We've got Spark versus Charge, our first matchup of the day, and let's take a look at those standings. This is for the entire season though, so don't get baited. Things may not look as they appear when we take a look specifically at this stage. To be turning over to Kron right now. They're all going to back out. Teams have seemed to have regrouped as they rotate around to the point. It's unlocked, and Shy's going to take out Choice A1 first. Not a great start for the Charge, as the Spark can now move on onto the point and clear out these members. No taxation coming in on the back end of that for the Charge, so it's looking pretty clean. But he did get away with that first cap, so it stagnates the amount of progress the Spark can make on this first fight with. Krong going down low, has to back out. They cannot sustain that position. He's going to have to give up the space. Choice A1 coming in clutch though to find Super Rich, and there's the cleanup. Charge will get the flip here, just around about 42-43% by all said and done.
Krong desperately needed to also
pretty much count this one out, Vicky. There's no way that the Charge are going to be able to find a pop-off. Hang on a minute. No. Jimmy, Choi, no! You can't be doing this one. You can't be getting away with this. The Charge finding two, but they need to convert even more to make this successful, Vicky. They're on the point, holding out in overtime. If they could just clear out Alfie, who's very low right now, they have a chance to get the flip, but Burnout has started the counter-attack for the Spark.
How did Alpha Yi not die in that fight, Trid? That was absolutely huge. And Bernard holding it off angle to force the Charge to actually be stuck in the middle in a Spark sandwich. They delayed that. They denied the opportunity.
Get the road flip in. See Xerneas just doing a bit of scouting with Choi. Extra support there on a forward operating unit. Alfie went from being slippery to very sticky. Very sticky right now. The things that get stuck into him are pointy objects like knives and blades. Alfie removed once again really early into this one. But Spark have given up the point.
Giving up the point, and Choice1 baiting Irony towards him to allow the cleanup from the rest of the Charge to sandwich him from behind, and Bernard's going to meet him right back into spawn there. 2 down for the Spark, and while Charge are going to be able to flip that point, try to keep him alive here. Now the rally, but a huge rampage coming online, landing onto 4 of the Charge. Bernard with the Carnage and as well as the rampage, going to be able to take care of Xerneas. The support lineup of the Charge could not keep the rest of them alive because of the timing, not only between the rampage, but they wanted to counter the blade from Alpha Yi. They didn't have the resources necessary to counter the ramp.
Might be able to get a beat in the next fight, however, it's going to be a bit of a tall order. So if Choice A1 and Charge use this on tempo, which they should do, wow, Irony's down. You might even need to use the blade to close this round without Vicky. He's definitely going to try and get the capture here. 1% left. If the Sparks show themselves, Choi is revealing that blade and going straight for the back line.
99 to 99, Choice1 already dealing with a lot of these back-end pressures, and he dives in with a blade. He finds Bernard. Now the number is in the favor of the Charge as the overtime is taking away. 3 down from the Spark. Super Rich is desperately trying to make his way there, but unfortunately he cannot make it in time. Even though he was so close to that barrier, it's Choice1 who ends up being that gauntlet to prevent them from... Who's going to control the high ground here? Xerneas is going to be able to try to get up here, maybe get some boots. They already get Alpha E though out of the fight from Choice1.
I think it's the Charge. The Charge is going to control this high ground, Vicky, by virtue of having the majority of the numbers. And then you're taking out both damage dealers now. Yeah, Alpha, you can get back fast, but the fight's already over. That's going to be first cap going over to Charge, and they also pick up quite the offensive Spark would want to map.
That and try to pull ultimates as Krong unfortunately goes down first here, but with that sound barrier, now that's going to be the green light for Alpha E to also use a blade. If he can even have the chance, Jimmy won't let him, and Choice1 now has the advantage with the blade himself. He's going to be able to dive right in. You have to watch out for the rally, or rather the Farway trying to keep him alive with the rally. Jimmy's still on the high ground, and here you have Xerneas Farway cleaning up things here in these close quarter fights. Jimmy now being able to come out on top. Nobody from the Spark is going to be able to touch this point. Oh, for Alpha, he's going to desperately try to dive in with the blade, but you're by yourself. Overtime ticking away. Well, yeah, you're gone already. Nobody really having that time.
You have a stun. You have 2 knockbacks. Alfie had to do... That's the only thing Alfie could do is pull the blade, try and get a pick there. But, like, but by itself, it's not really going to do much, considering that there's usually some good responses on the opposing team to deal with that. They're moving over to the point, and Carnage cuts through. They're going to find that first pick, and Alfie's gone down!
Alfie's out for the count. Even with that shot, it wasn't going to even help him stay alive. So the Jagged Blade onto Krong as he gets taken down as well. The Charge, though, they do lose out on Farway and Krong. So the rally won't be online here as the Spark are going to continuously hold that high ground on the bridge. They're going to clean up the rest of the Charge. Some trades at the very beginning were in favor of the Charge, but the way that the Spark are holding this choke point trade.
It's all about time wasting here for Spark. Blade comes out for Alpha E. They can get a cut through here, and then the push before it begins. It's all over. That's 2 picks, Carnage and a Blade. I'll follow up with the second. They're going to get another clean one. now makes this very dangerous for the Charge. Vicky, sub 1 minute.
Rampage to see how he's going to open things up. Choice of one, is he going to get denied here? He gets healed up thanks to the rally, and now the Rampage managed to land on Choice of one, managed to land on Faraway, but the fact that he's able to stay alive from the shout, and
great
Krong
counter by Krong.
gets taken out immediately afterwards. Alpha Yi finds Krong immediately. Yes, they lose out on Shy from the Spark, but this is irony now. Falling low, Super Rich needs to keep the rest of Spark alive, or the Charge are not going to be able to move up to this point finally.
33%, it does deny the draw, so it does mean we're going to get a win, even if the full hold does come through here. Spark opening themselves up to some chaos by doing that. Does not mean we're going to get a full hold. Choice 01 getting one pick. Shy comes back with the railgun to find Xerneas. The sticking power of the composition pretty much removed once you get the Doom as well. Overtime should tick down here. People will filter in, but that is close to being a full hold for the Spark. And what a way to come back from a map 1 defeat. Massively, because you can see the Spark have started to take territory away from them. Xerneas actually getting that first kill onto Irony. This is really a little bit sloppy by the Spark. They keep splitting the team up, and Charge just pick one division of the team, go into them, take them out before anything can be accumulated. And back into it. Beat still available. Rampage is going to be available. Burner pulls the trigger first. Beat comes out from Xerneas. Free hit with the anti-heal. 4 on the side of Spark, and they've lost Irony.
Oh, huge Rampage was the one that's hit onto 4 on the Spark, but they managed to come out on top. It was Alpha Yi who had more impact with that blade. The desperate swap from Choi to go onto the Tracer to maybe touch the point. You see Shy's got him in his sights, but he can't even touch the point in time. That's all the Spark needed right there to be able to claim the second map, and we already got an even series on our hands here, Trim.
Use it or lose it, Shy. Use it or lose it.
Looking for an opportunity if Charge could even give it to them here, though. Bernard forces his way down from the high ground. Alpha Yi follows up and finds Faraway. This is already a good start here for the Spark to get this payload moving. Krong does answer back immediately, though. It's about fighting Krong in that tight quarters, though, as they do manage to take him down, but Jimmy with a nice off angle is going to actually answer right back and find Shy. 3 members of the Spark, none of these kills will get finished up, minus Super Rich finally, Choice of one, finally nailing that down. Charge have a lot more sustainability now as Faraway falls incredibly low. They're going to find Bernard, so they won't really have to worry about the Carnage instead here too. So now the Charge, they do trade just a little bit, but it's Choice of one and Jimmy that really help out, come out on top. And I just have to note here too, the Destruct Slay Jimmy getting away, sliding right into that health pack. He manages to stay alive just briefly before Bernard and Irony get taken out. It's the isolation from the Charge that helped them on this defense to force the Spark off this payload and force the payload to stop exactly right here before getting to that.
I think Alfie doesn't want to use the blade here, doesn't want to have to be forced to, but the fight's going on too long and they got the rally coming out just immediately in response. Cut down is there to provide enough damage for the rest of the team to clean up. Alfie going ham under the tunnel to pick up the 3 final blows. 1 minute.
Amazing angle as you can see the overclock come online. The charge shots from the railgun. He's found Bernard. Here comes a Rampage.
Big.
That's what they needed right here too. But they still were on the points here at the same time. The Charge still managed to take it over. The Spark, despite some of those
pressure, getting the healing he needs. He's got a Rakita right next to him for the Inspire and the armor pack to keep him up. They're going to use that shout in this next fight. B comes out from Xerneas. There's a rally from Irony, but it's shy to go down first to the Carnage.
Oh, the shout to shout, but Xerneas with the sound barrier is going to allow the Charge to have that diff real quick here. The Spark are going to be able to back up. Here comes the Rampage, though. It's found 3, and Faraway's not going to be there, so it's only really Xerneas for that sustainability. Not enough from the shout either from Krong as he gets taken down. He'll come back with the Rampage, but Alpha Yi answering right back. Going back and forth now, getting a lot more aggressive in these side rooms.
Look at the distance they have to travel back here, Vicky. They're going to meet contestation in the exact same spot. They're going
to wrap around that corner that we were looking at.
There you go, good progress made. You can see the nice little yellow line in front of them. Still not matched what the Charge have dealt. But killing Jimmy's a great way to work towards that, especially when Shy can pop the overclock immediately afterwards. Krong's got nowhere to go.
Oh, he's still going in. Gets that 3K real quick here, Trick. One more. Can he add it to his collection of heads? The Disruptor shot as he manages to nearly get away. Choice one gets...
Or the Spark are going to force us out to a map 5.
Here he comes, Choi, though. The Rampage as well onto Faraway and Krong, but the rally coming in from Faraway as Choice at Juan's going to be able to dive into everybody in the back line from the Spark. Super Rich Irony get caught, so does Bernard. Everybody from the Spark gets cleaned up, and that's exactly what the Charge needed because they were staggering a little bit right there in that corner. Rampage overtime ticking away, but here comes the Charge. They used up the shout, and they've already found Shy. We have noted it before how important that first pick is now here, too. As Alpha, he's going to try to dive onto Choice Juan. The rest of his teammates, though, in the back, like Bernard, are going getting picked up. Here comes the Carnage. You see the Rampage now coming in, isolating only Irony, and it's not going to be enough for the Spark. The Charge now take control over the bot, have the extra progress, and they take the series on their hands.
3-1 scoreline, Vicky. You were raving the Charge coming into this, and you're confident